இன்னைக்கு வர நம்ம guest speaker வந்து she has done Bachelor of Accounting from University of Malaya, certified and licensed teach, and she's also an entrepreneur and she's a mentoring coach. இவங்களுக்கு வந்து நல்லா mentoring பேச வரும். உங்களுக்கு mentoring கத்துக்கணும்னா இவங்கள தொடர்பு கொள்ளலாம். அவங்க Zoomலயும் mentoring கத்து கொடுக்கறாங்க. And she loves yoga and Ayurveda. அவங்க வேற யாரும் இல்ல, Miss Visurrthi. Visurrthi, you can proceed with your slides.
All right. Vanakkam and good evening, everyone. Thank you. Welcome for today's talk. I believe everyone knows during COVID, rasam has become very famous ever since then. Why? Because there's so many herbs included into rasam. Right? We'll go into the details later. Right? You will know why I asked you whether you've tried rasam or not. All right. Have you consumed moringa before? Fantastic. Majority of you said yes. And one of our friends said, you don't know what is this. Never mind, you will know in a while. Thank you for sharing. All right. Thank you for sharing, everyone. So you're here for the Moringa talk show. All right. So why are we here? First, we need to know the background, a little bit about Moringa. So it is very well known as the miracle tree. In fact, there are books and documentaries, just like we have seen just now. What is Moringa? So it is also known as the drumstick tree, the ben oil tree, the horseradish tree. And you try to Google it, there's so many names for Moringa Oleifera, right? That shows how much of research has been done onto Moringa and how many countries have already known the importance of Moringa. So in Malaysia itself, the Malays call it pokok kelor. In Tamil, we call it the Murungai. In Mandarin, we call it the lamu. All right, it's known to all of us. This miracle tree is native to areas of India, Nepal, Pakistan, Bangladesh. In fact, it's spreading all over the world. Everyone is getting to know about Moringa and how it's being used. Even in our documentary just now, we saw how the Hawaiians have been consuming, right, on a daily basis Moringa. How proudly they're speaking about Moringa. So us as Indians, Moringa is believed one of our basic cooking ingredient, right? So we should really understand what is Moringa and why is Moringa that important. The entire world is consuming it, and the Chinese and Malays in our country are also going all out for Moringa. All right. So this Moringa tree is grown in the tropics, right? It's in the area where it's hot and warm. As we know, most of us, or probably not, right? The entire Moringa tree, as you can see here, from its root up to its leaf, is used for different purposes. In cooking, its roots has been used for medicinal purpose, all kinds of things. Even the Moringa seeds, right? The oil that comes from its seed is even used in our perfumes, believe it or not. So this Moringa oleifera is known for being as one of nature's most nutritious plants. As I read on, because I have been consuming Moringa for quite some time and I've been doing my research on it, I was like, we are consuming a miraculously valuable thing that I'm going to share with every one of you today. All right. So the Moringa is used as a traditional remedy in phytomedicine and Ayurvedic healing for thousands of years. So for those of you who are not aware what is Moringa, this is the right place. Thank you for coming today. So Moringa, number one, it is known for its iron nutrition. All right. Many of us experience iron deficiency. What iron deficiency means is that iron is needed in our bodies to produce more blood cells. So hemoglobin, we have all heard what hemoglobin is. It carries oxygen to all over our body parts. So this is one symptom if we have iron deficiency. It's called the spoon nail. Right? The nail will not be able to grow well. It will sink inside. Right? And we also have brittle nails and totally unhealthy nails. All right. And then if you notice under your eyes, if it's not too much of a dark pink, if it's paler, then it's something to take note, right? It's something for us to check and do something about it, right? It shows that the blood level in our body is insufficient, right? We need to do something to help ourselves. And this one, common problem among all of us is the hair loss problem, right? Male and female. Even I personally have experienced terrible hair fall, right? And I remember my mom used to make moringa leaf powder, right? She powdered it, and then I used to bring it to my hostels and consume it every day. And I actually observed the changes when my hair started growing more healthier and was more shining. But like all of us, when we have something around us, we take it for granted. We don't use it wisely. So I let go, and was not able to see the long-term result of it. But now, thank God, I realized the nutrition, the benefits out of moringa, and I've continued. All right, I'll explain further. I hope everyone will be able to help ourselves in this issue, because we know our hair is very important. It's our image. Migraine, headache. So when we have iron deficiency, we are prone to headaches and migraines, which I've also experienced, right? I can relate to all of this very much because I had iron deficiency on a mild basis. So I used to get migraine all the time. Even if I'm staring the screen all day, no matter how long I stare at the screen also, I'll get headache. But now, after started consuming moringa again, I don't have that issues anymore. And then you can also observe whether your blood level is enough or not when you observe your tongue color, right? If it's paler, it's also something for us to look for when there's iron deficiency. When we don't have enough iron nutrients in our bodies, there's a high tendency for us to feel tired all the time. I would like to share something interesting. I used to sleep on the table all the time. And because it was during around this time where I had this iron deficiency, right? Besides headache and all, I feel sleepy all the time. Why? Like I mentioned just now, irons, the hemoglobin will carry oxygen to all the body parts, every single organ. So when oxygen cannot reach our brain, what happens, right? So that is why iron is very important. And of course, palpitations. The heart starts beating very fast. Why? Because it needs to pump out more blood, but then it's not enough there. So that's why we have palpitation. And trust me, it's not a nice feeling at all. It's not a nice feeling at all. All right, because you'll be feeling anxiety, nervous at all times. So this is iron deficiency. So when there's iron deficiency, what do? We go to the market and we try to restore the iron inside our body. So let's have a look at what are the iron products available in the market. There's so many types, so many brands, so many types of different sizes, different price ranges, right? I personally have tried one of these as well, and I did experience some other side effect. For example, there was constipation because there was a high amount of iron intake at one point of time. So we need a balance in whatever we do, right? So this is about iron. Next common problem is the protein deficiency. When we speak about protein, what do we say? We always immediately the image of a person working out in the gym comes out, right? The muscle. So proteins are very important for overall growth, muscle growth, bone growth, everything. So let's talk about muscle first. When our bodybuilder friends consume protein, they become bulkier. Why? Because protein has the ability to go and fill the muscle mass. It has the ability to enlarge the muscles, right? So when we experience protein deficiency, particularly in our older ages, what happens? No matter how bulky they can go, even if they don't maintain, at one point of time, it will become baggy, like it hangs because of protein deficiency. It's no longer fit. The muscles will not be tight with each other anymore, right? It becomes loose, right? So proteins are important to strengthen the muscles. And this is the water accumulation in our body, edema, right? If you press on the person's skin and you let go, the pressure will be there for a moment. This shows that there's excessive water in the body that the body cannot dispose, right? This is also a result of protein deficiency. And of course, again, hair thinning, which I experienced as well. Hair thinning is also because protein has the ability to repair and build up cells. So everything is cells, but our hair is cells, everything is cells. So protein is a very important nutrient. Again, relates back to our nail. Hair, skin, nail. Very important. All right. And of course, when there's no protein, when there's lack of protein in our body, we have a very high tendency to catch cold. We have a high tendency to get infected, right? We easily catch cold, we easily have fevers and so on. So with that said, aren't we more prone to the disease that is in our current situation right now? Right? Aren't we more prone to infections? So we understand why protein is very important now, right? Yeah, I mentioned protein has the ability to build cells, So many of the children nowadays, due to all the surrounding that we are in now, insufficient nutrition is being supplied to the children, whether they are in their mother's womb and after they come to this world, still they experience malnutrition. They are lacking protein, right? Some many children experience stunted growth, right? Their growth is limited to a certain height only. So this is also a result of protein deficiency. And one interesting fact that I discovered about protein deficiency is that when our body is lacking protein, we naturally look for more food, right? Because the body wants more protein. So it will create the hunger, create the appetite for us to look for more food. When we look for more food, but the more food, where do we find protein? Normal people like us, we find protein in savory foods, right? So when we eat so much of this food, what happens? We put on weight, right? So that's why protein is important. When protein is there, we won't have that big appetite to eat. So this is protein deficiency. Again, when there's protein deficiency, we look for products in the market. Let's have a look. This is very famous among the bodybuilders, right? The whey proteins and all. But I noticed as I read on, these proteins have a lot of chemicals in it, like synthetic sugars, those artificial sweeteners like creatine, all things that will not show us in the short term. Of course, short term is going to show us a very good result, but then in the long term, what if we put in too much of chemicals now? What happens at the end, right? So these are something for us to think about. There's so many types of brands, so many products available in the market, and look at the price range. Simply too expensive for a not very good long-term result, right? Okay, next. That was protein, right? Iron, protein, very important nutrients in our body. Next one, calcium. Calcium is very important. When you speak about calcium, what comes to our mind? The bone, the teeth, right? Let's have a look. When there's less calcium in the body, when there's a calcium deficiency, we are very prone to fractures, right? Why? Because the normal bone density, again, like I say, our entire body is made up of cells. So everything is sticking together, right? Like you see in this one, the normal bone density, right? Only tiny pores are there. Tiny pores are there. But then the moment we experience calcium deficiency, the gap becomes bigger, right? Our bone mass, our bone, the gaps in between becomes bigger. And lama becomes bigger and bigger and causes osteoporosis. Osteoporosis, and it's very common among mothers who have already delivered to their babies, pregnant mothers, right? They're very prone to this. So calcium is something that we really need to take care of, right? And I think this is very common among all of us. The white spots on our nails, like this is actually due to protein and calcium deficiency. Okay, again, it relates to our nail, right? Please take note. And then chipped teeth. Like I said just now, when calcium, we don't have enough calcium, we are prone. When you speak about calcium, the thing that comes to your mind is bone and teeth, right? So when you don't have enough calcium, bones are prone to fracture. Teeth, our teeth, prone to break also. Chipped teeth, and then we have also tooth decay, right? Okay. And yeah, due to lack of calcium in our body, we are also very prone to muscle sprains, the neck sprain and everything. And then calcium is actually a very important nutrient for the neurons to carry message to the entire body, particularly to the brain, right? So when we don't have enough calcium, what are we exposing ourselves to? There is a tendency for us to have memory loss, because There's not enough nutrients to support the message flow through the neurons to our brains, right? And then, of course, again, feeling tired, extreme fatigue happens when we don't have enough calcium in our body. So this is calcium deficiency. So again, products in the market. Let's see. So many types, so many types. And we also have products for children. Children calcium products with chemical, most of them. I believe, yes. So what I'm trying to highlight here is that we need to have conscious consumerism, right? When we consume a product, right? We are buying it for our child, we're using it for ourselves, we're using it for our parents, for older people. We need to be conscious of what are the things we're putting inside our body. So we need to look at the back, turn to the back and read through what are the things are being used into your products that you're going to consume, right? The moment you have things, words that you don't understand, that immediately find our Google friend, right? Go and search and then look up what is being there, because most of the things, just imagine, how are pills being made? How are pills being made, right? How it becomes solid? Definitely it needs a chemical in order to become solid, right? Things for us to think about, okay? So we have said iron, protein and calcium very important. So when people started realizing all these three are very important, they started buying all kinds of product, all kinds of supplement to keep it at homes for their entire family's health. And then they realized one important herb that has all these three benefits, which is the moringa, right? The moringa has so many types of vitamins and nutrients, just so many, and I've only listed a few here, right? It has so many vitamins, vitamin A, B, C, all the alphabet are here, right? Vitamin A is very good for the skin, vitamin A is very good for the eyes, right? Most of us, we are wearing specs, right? Even I need to take a lot more moringa, right? We need to improve our eye vision, and then we have vitamin C for, oh, moringa has a lot of vitamin C here, right? It's like 7 times the carrot's level of vitamin C. It's very good for our skin health, our hair health. Vitamin E again is for our skin, for all over our body. Vitamin K and D is very, very important for the absorption of calcium into our body, into our bones, right? We need both of these to work together in order to improve our bone quality and entire body's quality, basically, right? And moringa has very high level of fiber. In fact, if you see, the color of the leaf itself shows how high the fiber is. So when there's high fiber, it helps better digestion, right? High protein, iron, and all these other nutrients. Okay. So then people started looking for moringa products in the market. Let's have a look. This one is the pill form, like I said just now, solid pill form. And there's also capsules form available in the market. And there's also powder form available in the market. So many varieties for us. Let's see. All moringa alone, right? Okay, so what is in moringa? What is in moringa? Let's have a look. It's a fantastic source of plant-based protein. Let me explain to all of you. It is a complete protein. Moringa is a complete protein. What is complete protein? Through research, it has been said that complete proteins are only present in animal proteins, right? In meat and all. Why? Because protein has a number of, it has 20 amino acids and it has 9 essential amino acids. Amino acids are the compounds of protein, okay? So it is very rare to be found in plant-based protein. So we do have others like quinoa, and many other not many, a few plant-based products, and moringa is one. Moringa is a fantastic source of complete protein and it combats malnutrition, right? It has almost every nutrient that our body needs, right? It restores the balance of adrenal functions. What is adrenal? It is a gland that releases a stress hormone, right? So when we consume moringa, we can manage our stress level just by the consumption of moringa. And it has alkalizing effects, And most of our foods nowadays, it has a lot of acidic properties. People have been doing alkaline water and all. So moringa has this one amazing effect, right? Alkalizing effect. Then, like I said, it has all the essential amino acids needed for our body for muscle repair, energy production, and mood regulation. As I've explained, right? Our stress can be maintained, can be managed in a certain way, right? And good news, fantastic nutrient supply to vegetarian or vegan diets. When you try to become a vegetarian, right? What is the common thing people ask you? Where do you find your protein? Where do you find your iron? Aren't these common questions? Like you don't eat meat. How are you supposed to be healthy? You don't have proteins in it. We have moringa, right? It has almost everything needed, and it has multiple times more protein that is found it is found in meat, right? It's proven by studies. We can all have a look later online. All right. Yeah, and I have to highlight here something I would like to share for non-vegetarian diets as well. These plant-based protein is very important, right? We can be non-vegetarian, yes, but then just for an understanding purpose, the level of absorption for our body, right? Plant-based proteins has a higher level of absorption into our body compared to the animal-based protein. All right. Of course, it's hard to find plant-based protein, but now we know the solution. So it's definitely something that we need to add into our diets. Okay. Huh. Okay. So I have a very interesting news to share. Right. With all that we have shared so far, and I have studied so many products in the market, right? Moringa products in the market. Then I discovered this MAYI Moringa coffee present MAYI Moringa T20 and MAYI Moringa C20, which is a very interesting product, right? What is T20 and what is C20? T20 means tea with 20 other herbs inside, all right? C20 is coffee with 20 other herbs inside. So after going through all these available products in the market, which has only one, like only moringa, only iron related supplements, only calcium related supplements, only protein related supplements, looking at this beverage that has 20 herbs inside that particular packet, it's something very amazing, right? I would like to share a lot more with you regarding this product. All right. So there are 5 main ingredients in Moringa T20 and C20, right? The main products here, main ingredient is the Moringa leaf and the Moringa seed with 3 other. Let me explain. Moringa leaf is something that we commonly use in Indian cooking, right? We are all aware. It's high in iron, it helps our hair health, skin health, and everything. What about the Moringa seeds? Moringa seeds are also very important ingredient which we don't really pay attention to. Okay, so like I mentioned, these oils are very important for overall organ health and everything. All right, it's used in also used in our cooking, right? If you observe the moringa pot, it has its moringa seeds inside, so it has been dried and powdered to make this beverage. Okay, and it has 3 other ingredients, which is the amlaki. Amlaki is a fantastic nutritious fruit, actually, right? It has high level of antioxidants, which is very important for our overall health, our eye health, right? It has a very high level of vitamin C. And then we have the lemongrass, which is a fantastic ingredient to fight bacteria, to prevent bacteria from attacking our organs, right? And then we also have the very famous turmeric. Turmeric, we all know, right? We are using it almost daily in our cooking and all. So turmeric has a very high level of antibacterial properties, antiviral. In fact, during COVID times, turmeric has been a most sought after herb, right? Besides our neem. So these are the 5 main ingredients inside Moringa T20 and C20. But besides these 5, there's also another 15 more herbs inside these 2 products, which is fantastic, right? There's ginger, There's coriander seeds, cumin, carom seeds, fennel, right? If you're not sure, it's the jintan putih and jintan manis. And then there's black pepper, meligu. And then there's cinnamon, like kayu manis, star anise, right? And then there's cardamom. Now all these are biryani ingredients, right? All this is packed into one beverage, right? And then the tulsi, the holy basil, very, very divine plant, right? It has been used for many purposes. It's very refreshing, right? And then we have the licorice, the lesser galangal, the sarsa parila, and long pepper. So overall, what does this all do? We all know what ginger is, right? Right, it's good for the heart. Overall, it helps our heart health, the cholesterol, the digestive system, the blood production, blood pressure, like stomach issues, all those bloating, constipation, all these it helps. These herbs helps all these issues, right? We have throat infection, we have sore throat, we can go to this drink. Even if we have bad breath, also can be we can choose this drink, right? Okay, so I would like to share a little bit about what I've experienced so far after consuming this particular product. It helps as a natural weight loss without any chemicals. These herbs together, right, complement each other and helps weight loss, right? It decreases the fat formation and it improves fat breakdown. If you observe these herbs inside this product, it has a balance, right? Some herbs are heaty, some herbs are cooling. So when it comes together, it works well with the body, right? So for heaty bodies, it helps. For cold bodies are the one. If you have heard about Ayurvedic way of saying the kapha, vada and pitta imbalances, the three doshas, right? People with a heaty body, people with a colder body, which is the kapha, right? The water element dominated body, the body is more like it needs more heat. So that's why we have the ginger, the black pepper and everything to improve fat breakdown, right? So everything is packed in this one superfood packet. It's very interesting. It has anti-inflammatory properties, right? We have bengkak here and there, all this can be solved, and then it converts body fat into energy, right? And then it's very high in fiber, like we have said. And of course, when we speak of Moringa, most of us know that it improves the sexual life. There are many issues which are spoken as taboo in our culture, right? Many married couples, like we have a majority married people here, right? We all know what are the issues that we are all facing, right? So there are various benefits present in this beverage, right? It has vitamin A, vitamin C, and all other herbs necessary to help the sexual life, okay? And then other wonderful benefits, we have so many other benefits, right? It helps the menstrual cramps, relieves menopausal symptoms and bone health, as we have shared before this, right? Improves sleep and everything, right? As you can see here. Most importantly, it's a very relaxing and relieving drink that we can have with us. How to drink? We have the Moringa coffee or tea. You can choose your favorite. If you prefer the tea like I do, like I'm drinking the T20 right now, you can choose to have it with honey, you can choose to have it with lemon or milk or even the jaggery, right? You can choose any way to drink it, right? Or you can just consume it on its own, right? On its own, it's also beautiful. The taste is beautiful, right? It's very relaxing. You can even drink it at any point of the day. Right? Before sleep also we can drink. It's very calming. Okay. So the price comparison in our market, like I've showed, okay, so I'm going to take one example. It's a powdered form, the powdered moringa powders, right? It's ranging around like a 50, 60 to even can go up to 100 ringgit also. So very interestingly, with 20 herbs inside this goodness, it comes at only 98 ringgit at retail price. But of course, if we are MAYI member, we get at a much lower price. But it's very interesting to see that you have 20 herbs inside and you get it only at 98 ringgit compared to single herb product. And it's completely natural, right? There's really no chemicals inside this packet. It's fully only these 20 ingredients and nothing else, right? So we have a few testimonies of our friends who have consumed, even me. So with this, I believe everyone, we know the importance of Moringa, and that we have a fantastic product now available in the market for us to consume at any point of the day. It's a very good lifestyle beverage, and enjoy Moringa T20 and C20. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Rudy. Let me share my screen. Okay, அனைவரும் விஸ்ருதி கூறியதை கேட்டோம். அவங்க சொன்னதுல இருந்து புரியுது. So good that the Murunga tree is really a miracle tree. So நாம இதுல இருந்து என்ன தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும்னா, யூசர்ஸ் இதை பாய்க்கிறவங்க நாம மட்டும் இல்ல, இந்தியர்கள் மட்டும் இல்ல, இந்த உலகத்துல பல நாட்டுல இதை பாக்குறாங்க. சவுத் ஆப்பிரிக்கா, பிலிப்பீன்ஸ், இந்தியா, இப்ப வெளிநாட்டுல யூரோப், அமெரிக்கா, ஆல்சோ தே ஆர் beginning to understand the benefit of this tree. இதுல எந்த பாட்டுன்னு பார்த்தா, ஏன் மிரக்கல் ட்ரீன்னு சொல்றோம்னா, அதோட இலை, பூ, அதோட அந்த என்னது முருங்கைக்காய், அது உள்ளுக்குள்ள அந்த சீட், ஸ்டெம் எல்லாத்தையும் நமக்கு பாவிக்க முடியுது. இந்த யூனிவர்ஸ் நமக்கு உண்மையிலேயே ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு மரத்தை கொடுத்திருக்கு. சாப்பாடு இல்லாட்டாலும் இந்த மரத்துல உள்ள அந்த இலையை சாப்பிட்டாலே நம்ம ஹெல்த்தியா இருக்கலாம். The benefits provides almost all the nutrients that we need, and it's also good for depression. போன வாட்டி ஒருத்தவங்க சொல்லியிருந்தாங்க, மாதர் டிப்ரெஷன்ல இருக்கிற மாதிரி. நீங்க அவங்களுக்கு முடிஞ்சா இந்த முருங்கை என்னது இலைய நம்ம கறிலாம் வைக்கிறோம்னா அது மாதிரி கூட செய்யலாம். இந்த மாய் முருங்கா டீ அல்லது காஃபி அது வாங்கிட்டு கலக்கி அவங்க சாப்பிட பிடிக்கலன்னா அந்த ட்ரிங்க் கூட குடுக்கலாம். அது குடிக்க அவங்க மனசும் மாறும். ஏன்னா அந்த உடம்புல உள்ள நியூட்ரியன்ஸ் போய் சேர உடம்பும் கொஞ்சம் நல்லா இருக்கும், தெம்பா இருக்கும், அந்த ஹார்மோன் லெவலும் நல்லா இருக்கும். அவங்களும் அந்த டிப்ரெஷன்ல இருந்து வர வாய்ப்பு நிச்சயமா இருக்கு. இது வைட்டமின் பி மூட் ஸ்விங்ஸ். ஓகே, MAYI provides with 19 other ingredients. இப்ப மத்த முருங்கை அந்த பவுடர் மட்டும்தான் விற்கிறாங்க. ஆனா நாம முருங்கை இலை மட்டும் இல்லாம இந்த சீட் அதெல்லாம் சேர்ந்து மத்த 19 இன்கிரீடியன்ஸ் அதுல போட்டு அது இன்னும் ஒரு நல்ல பெனிஃபிட் நமக்கு கொடுக்கணும்னு MAYI நமக்கு கொடுக்குறாங்க. ஓகே, சோ நான் இந்த 2 டெஸ்டிமோனியல் இன்டர்நெட்ல இருந்து பார்த்தேன். கொஞ்சம் இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கா இருந்துச்சு. இது பாருங்க, அவங்க சொல்றாங்க, ஆஃப்டர் மை செகண்ட் வீக் ஆஃப் டேக்கிங் மொரிங்கா ஐ வாஸ் ஏபிள் டு ரிமூவ் மை நீ பிரேஸ் அண்ட் மை ஹாட் ஃபிளஷஸ் went away. My hubby works the extra early shift and was able to wake up easier also. So அப்பனா நீ பிரேஸ், அப்ப அவங்க கால் முட்டு வலி ஒண்ணும் இல்லாம இருக்கு. So the calcium has helped. Hot flashes முக்காவாசி மெனோபாஸ்ல இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கு வரும். சோ உங்களுக்கு பீரியட் ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிட்டு மெனோபாஸ்ல இருக்கிறீங்களா, நிச்சயமா இந்த MAYI முருங்கா நீங்க வாங்கி குடிக்கிறது ரொம்ப நல்லது. Then அவங்க husband works extra early shift, so he's able to get up early. That means and the metabolic rate metabolism is regulating and hormonal imbalance la குறைஞ்சிட்டு வரதுனால அவங்களுக்கு நல்லா ரெஸ்ட் பண்ணி எழுந்திருக்க முடியுது. இவங்க 84 வயசு. Moringa has made my skin smoother, my high blood pressure has gone down. So அவங்க 84 வயசா இருந்தாலும் அவங்களுடைய தோல் இன்னும் ஸ்மூத்தா இருக்கு. இதுல நிறைய வைட்டமின் சி இருக்கு. அதனால நிச்சயமா வைட்டமின் சி, வைட்டமின் இ எல்லாம் தோலுக்கு ரொம்ப முக்கியம். And blood pressure has also gone. So அதோட பெனிஃபிட் பாருங்க எப்படி இருக்குன்னு. Okay, that's the end of the session today. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for coming today.